Welcome to Quick Shots, a short format traditional archery podcast, where we introduce you to some of the world's most influential traditional archers, and occasionally, some random dudes. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Quick Shots. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. We upload a new episode every Wednesday, and they just keep getting better and better. If you or someone you know is an interesting trad archer, leave a comment below. We'd love to get you on the show. If you want to support the channel, head on over to the tradlifearchery.com. We have toques, we have hats, we have mugs, just a bunch of stuff over there. And anything you buy goes to support this channel. We do really appreciate it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. I'm here with Kris Johnston, who is our very first repeat guest. Welcome. How are
you doing, Kris? Again.
Again. Hey, you're about half the size I saw you last time.
Yeah. I had a baby.
No, that's not what I meant. Your better half is in here. Your better half is in here.
Oh my he is watching the children. So I'm so thankful for him.
You know, I just got canceled for saying that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I meant last time you were here, you were with your husband. Side by side.
Yes. Yeah, that was my mistake. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mom brain, I get a little.
No, but that's cool.
Anyway, he's watching the kids, so that's amazing. When I go hunting, he watches them. When he goes hunting, I watch them. You know, it's a trade-off. So I've got something to do. He's watching them. He's actually just a stone's throw away.
Yeah. Do you throw a lot of stones at him or no?
We're both fiery, so we match each other that way. But you know, we're equally as passionate. So then there's that.
I love having you on because, you know, we've continued to talk ever since you were first on. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know anything about you guys. And then, I got you on the show. You guys were amazing. It was great to meet you. I've learned so much about you guys over the post, but I wanted to have you on here specifically because there's been a lot of cool stuff that has happened to you in the short period of time. You kind of exploded on TikTok.
On Facebook.
Oh, it was on Facebook. Okay, Facebook. Yeah.
It was on Facebook. I'm in the process of exploding on TikTok. I exploded on Facebook, and then it's being viewed quite heavily on Instagram right now. So,
okay. What is it? What did you do that blew up on Facebook?
I just went for a family walk. We went down to a friend's ranch. It was early in the morning. No one else was up yet, except for our young children, of course, because they're always up. So we loaded them up. Didn't want to disturb the rest of the clan. So I put the baby on my back. She loves to be outside and be out, walk around and just, be in the fresh air. And then our 3-year-old Sawyer, he's with us, of course, always. He likes to run around. And we took our bows because who doesn't take your bow and some broadheads on, a family walk around a ranch, because you just do. And it's javelina season and it's, late season for antlerless deer, and might as well. Oh, and we were quail hunting, which is a whole separate story. I came back quailless. So then there's that. But we were just walking, and I had been on walks the day previously and seen a 3-legged javelina. And I thought, well, if I got a chance, I would shoot that. And my girlfriend and I were out there stalking Jessica Garcia. You know Jessica?
Yeah. Yes, of course I do. Yeah, I have her on film at the Trad Bow.
Yes.
Yeah.
She took 4th in the self bow shoot down at IBO Trad World.
She's amazing. So is her husband.
Yeah. So we were out there camping with them. And then another set of our friends whose ranch it was. Jessica and I had stalked this javelina the day before. And it's not my favorite meat. So shooting one with 3 legs was kind of the only way I could justify taking an animal.
Yeah.
So I had tried to sneak up on him that day with Jessica, but was unsuccessful. So the next day, the family's out for a walk. We're walking, hanging out, enjoying ourselves. I see the 3-legged javelina. He goes into the woods. We kind of follow him down, come out at a feeder, and that happens to be where they are. And my husband and I looked at each other and thought, well, let's try this. So I'm wearing capri pants and sneakers and white socks and a camo jacket with my baby on my back. So I spot and stock this javelina. It's a good shot. He did jump the string, so it was the back of the 8 ring. I wouldn't have wanted to be any further back, but he did kind of twist, which is fine. I was probably at about 17 yards. We pulled out, came back. It was a short track, fell in 15 yards. Really difficult to get through that thick South Texas brush. I was literally on my belly, and I recorded the track as well. But I just released the full length spot and stalk video, just raw, without any editing or anything. And it has blown up.
Yeah. In a good way or bad way?
Both. Or maybe just in a good way, because I think publicity is good. So getting trad archery out there, especially trad archery in a family kind of manner, is excellent. A lot of people who posted hateful comments just are unaware, or maybe have lost connection between them and their food. Where does food come from? What's great is the hunters and the trad shooters, for the most part, on those posts are very calm and generous with their information and don't get riled up, which is great, because there are definitely some comments that are less than ideal and definitely derogatory towards women. Definitely derogatory towards women providing for their families or bow hunting or taking that kind of role at all. Even derogatory to the point where people harp on me for carrying my baby on my back near a tree. So, but mostly I was pressed with the trad archery community coming together and saying, this is the way we live. This is the way we survive. We hunt. We teach our children to hunt. It's a family activity. This is what will allow us to survive should the need arise. And I was just really impressed with that positive side of things. You're going to have naysayers no matter what you do. But I think overall, it has definitely brought light to trad archery. I'm getting hit up by Russian TV stations and newspapers. I'm getting hit up by Argentinian TV stations. My Argentinian friends sent me clips of where I was on Argentinian TV. So there's that. Trad exposure is good.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, great attitude. Great attitude. We could sit here and harp all day about the idiots that post negative comments about hunting, about being, and those that are misogynistic comments that you're receiving. Sure. There's those, but I love your attitude. It's just like, we're moving on. We're not going to give them any sort of oxygen to breathe that hateful fire into our lives. And just, I want to stay positive this year, man. I want 2021. We got to be positive. Things have been so bad for so long. It's so beautiful that you're out with your family, doing what you love to do and teaching your kids what you love to do. And so bringing them up in that, I think it's magic. I think it's magic. I think you should be applauded for it. I don't think that, and being brave enough to put it online, right? So that people see it.
I had second thoughts about it, but I thought, this is what we do. This is our lifestyle. This is important to us. And I know it will be encouraging to someone out there, even if I have to deal with a slew of hate comments, because it's encouraging to just a handful of people. That's fine. I have tough skin. I've been through worse.
Yeah. And thankfully you get thick skin. That's amazing. Again, like I said, I love your attitude. Just be positive. We don't need the haters. I mean, we wish that they wouldn't comment and make stupid comments like that, but it has been positive. It's a positive impact. You're making a positive impact. You just gotta know.
The haters are responsible for a portion of the virility of the video. So I'm actually thankful to them. They've done a great job for me, whether they know it or not. So thanks, haters.
Yeah. And if you'd like to give this a thumbs down, please do. It boosts my YouTube ratings too. People don't know. The more comments you get, the more thumbs down. It's just getting people talking and looking at this video, so it's great. No, that's awesome. Hey, what was your weapon of choice for taking that javelina out?
My longbow, the one I took my first place at Trad Worlds with in recurve, my longbow that I shot in recurve, and also the longbow that I shot in longbow. It's my Sarles Archery Sawtooth. It's 44 at 28. So it's about 38 pounds at my super short shrimp draw, and it's just the bow I'm most comfortable with. It's definitely worn in. Time for a new string. I've got to get with Trevor, but yeah, that's my go-to. Lightweight, short. It's been with me forever. It's like an old
Trevor
friend. I trust it.
Trevor
Fielder.
Yeah, Trevor Fielder. But what's the name of the company?
TTT strings.
Yeah.
Triple T strings.
Yep.
I just know the logo.
Yeah, I know. You just want to, if we're going to mention it, give a shout out to him. I mean, again, he's one of our trad brothers. He's a great longbow specialist too. And he's mastered the longbow in such a short period of time too. And he makes great strings. And he got an endorsement from Trad Lab the other day. Some of the best strings out there, Trad Lab said, I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, he's a good dude too. He's on Instagram. If you ever need a string or a Flemish twist string, hit up Trevor. Good dude.
TTT strings, Archery Shop.
Yeah, Triple T.
That's how he's listed.
Triple T, I think he calls it. Anyway, they're doing more and more. You just got to contact them, tell them the length of you just get in touch with him, and he just asks you some questions, and he'll make a custom make a string for you. So okay, that's amazing. A 17-yard shot with a baby on your back, kill zone, right in the powerhouse, and brought this javelina down within what, 15 yards? You said.
15 yards. I was so impressed with the track because I walked all the way around the area. Of course, I followed with my eyes where he went in before I turned around to give my description of what just happened to the camera, which is another portion people don't really understand who are non-hunters. They just don't get that you wait and you don't rush in on the animal. So it was fun to explain that. And that's why I went ahead and made version 2 of the video where I actually post the stock. But I watched where he went in, got down on my belly because after walking around, that was the only way I could get in. Yeah. Looked for any kind of sign. And as I found a sign, progressed. And by progressed, I mean like maybe half a foot at a time. It was that thick. And, the plants in the valley want to kill you. Yeah. So I just followed it right to the animal. 2 crushed ribs on each side. The broadhead went through the first set of ribs, through the entire body cavity, both lungs, and through the second set of ribs, and then out the skin. So I mean, out of a 38-pound longbow, super impressed.
Are you shooting woodies?
Woods, yeah. So I have one less wood now. That one broke into about 3 pieces after he bit it. Of course, I'd bite it too if I was shot. But the tough head broadhead meatheads, 190 grain left single bevel is what I was using, and I've just been so impressed with them. No damage to the broadhead at all. Just rinsed it off. I'll sharpen it up. I'll throw it back on another woody and head out again.
Yeah, that's so impressive, man. For anyone's listening, and a lot of guys are recurve shooter. The level of skill it takes to shoot to even set up a longbow with 195 grain broadhead wood arrows and tune that setup it takes a lot of skill. And so congratulations on that harvest. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And again, with a baby on your back, it's like crazy. It's nuts. It's unheard of.
It's our usual circumstance, right? Like, she's my child. She's always with me. And of course I'm breastfeeding right now. So we're like attached, and she's with me, and I'm not going to stop hunting or, doing what I do because I have children. I just bring them with me, and it just happened to be that circumstance. So it's not unusual for us, even though some people seem to think it was a publicity stunt or it's unusual. It's not. That's just our normal, regular, everyday life.
It's not. Dude, anyone that knows you, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to hope that this is a viral video. You're not that person. You're not that family. You guys are very down to earth, awesome, just fantastic people. I'm talking about you and your husband. Just amazing. I want to talk a little bit about, so are you going to put that video on your YouTube channel? Cause you got a YouTube channel as well.
It is on my YouTube channel now, along with part 2, which is tracking and supper, and then a shorter version of the film with a little narrative for those people that don't want to commit to the whole 9 minutes of the initial video, because we did film the entire stock. My husband was just back there, so he got it all on camera. So it's all genuine and raw and just completely unedited. So there's actually 3 versions of the film up on my YouTube now.
No, that's cool. Where's your YouTube? What's your YouTube channel?
We're at the Longbow Show and Shop. So if you just if you go to YouTube and type in the search bar, the Longbow Show and Shop, it'll bring up my channel. And I have about, I think right under 30 videos, maybe 30, full of just trick shots and promotional videos for our Renaissance fairs, and then instructional videos as well, of course.
Awesome segue, because I want to talk about the Longbow Shop and Show. First of all, be careful when you're searching. It's not the Longbow Shop. It's Longbow Shop and Show, because I think
the Longbow Show and Shop.
Show and Shop. Remember, sorry, the Longbow Show and Shop. Because if you go to the Longbow, someone else has that.
Yeah, and they're wonderful. They're in England. We just started out with the Longbow Show. So when we open our shop, we just changed one consonant to the Longbow Shop. So
let's talk a little bit of
the Longbow Show.
Let's talk about a couple of things. But first of all, my favorite thing in the entire world, the Renaissance Fair. And I know I'm the nerd. I love it. Champion. Hey?
I know.
I love it. Yeah. I love that. I just love it. I love getting together just with all my boys, and we run out to the one here in Kansas, and we drink mead, and we shoot that archery tournament they have, and then get in and get to watch people knock other people off horses with sticks. It's great. It's the best thing in the world. What are you talking about? And then, but it's not as good as your show, because I was telling you, I was saying on the last time we talked, it's kind of crap when you get inside, and then they have this archery thing that they do. It's not good. But then I saw you guys doing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's way different. You guys are like, okay, go to the YouTube. Maybe I'll put something up over top of my face here, but that is impressive. I mean, obviously you guys are champion archers. So, national champion archers, you're going to be a good show, but typically if you get first of all, where are you guys mostly? Where's your show? Where are you doing your shows?
Well, right now we are working on a show schedule. So while I can't tell you for sure where we are right now, I can tell you that they will be posted on all of our social media accounts, like Facebook. We're under Longbow Shop at Facebook, and then Longbow Show and Shop on Instagram. We will post there as soon as we know our schedule. We're looking at some state fairs right now, and just kind of trying to figure that out with the whole pandemic situation. But the great news is it's probably gonna happen. So that's exciting.
It's happening. It's happening. I mean, we're done. We're tired, man. We're tired. We need some Renaissance Fair stuff going on. So hopefully fingers crossed. The state fairs are going to happen. You guys are going to get a chance to get out there and do some shows and stuff like that. And if you get up to Kansas, you're here. You're staying with me, right? And then we'll just take you to the Ren Fest, and you just sit up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can drink all the mead I want. I don't have to drive. This is great. Yes.
It'd be perfect.
We're in.
Wait a second. Who's driving? Your husband will drive? Because I'm drinking mead too. We're bringing him a designated driver.
We'll let the 3-year-old drive. It'll be fine.
Be fine. It'll be fine. We let the baby drive. She's already been hunting, so it's fine.
Yeah, she has her first, and she's viral. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she's a superstar. I should have had her on the show and not you.
Yeah, she talks now. So, I mean, she talks, but
What was her first words?
She was mimicking her brother doing a Tarzan call. So I'm not going to demonstrate it, but it was hilarious.
Right. You're not?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Maybe?
There are singing videos on my Facebook page, though. So if you'd like to hear me sing, head on over to my Facebook page.
This is the big Kris show right now. I think you need your own show. Seriously, you've been doing a fantastic job, and I love it. I love seeing you out there doing stuff. I especially like the videos because I like the videos where you're doing informational, informant. What am I thinking? What's the word I'm looking for?
Educational
videos. Sorry. and you're really like, even stringing a bow, it's how to string a longbow, right? How to string a recurve, how to string that Asiatic bow you have, and stuff like that. All these things are really fun and cool. Because people are like, well, I think I'm doing it right, but are you really doing it right? One of the things I picked up was like, yeah, test it, but get your face away from it. It's like, I'm like right in there with my face. So I'm lucky I still have eyes. honestly. So
Yeah, I actually know someone, one of my archery mentors, her buddy's son took his eye out with the tip of a recurve. So we are very, very cautious. And since we see so many people and teach so many people, safety is always paramount for us. And we're level 2 USA certified instructors. So then we're also insured. So it's very important to us that we teach people the proper way to do things, whether they choose to do them the proper way or not. We at least want to get the information out there.
yeah, and you can get all those videos on your YouTube channel. Another thing I wanted to bring up too, which is, first of all, in general, you've always been a mentor, whether that's male or female, doesn't matter. I think, Kris offers a lot of great advice. I was struggling through something with my longbow, and you were just a quick call away, and you helped me out. I think you spent like an hour with me, and I was in the backyard trying to figure things out, and we finally got to the source of it. I think you said, yeah, you're just a shitty archer. And then, and then, and then I gave up longbow. No,
That's
you're
what
very
happens.
encouraging. You're very encouraging, and I liked it. I loved it a lot. But being a mentor, you're just phenomenal. In fact, you're one of the people I always say, if women contact me, I'm like, go up and talk to Kris and make friends with her on Instagram, because she will help you. It's nice to get advice. You can get advice all over the place.
Yes.
But it's nice when women can talk to women about women shooting archery, because it is a wee bit different.
It's a bit different, and that's why I started the Facebook group Women of Traditional Archery.
Yep.
So we all kind of conglomerate there. I'll pick people up from different groups on Facebook that are having trouble, or people are having trouble giving them advice just because they're unfamiliar with some of the challenges and issues that we as women face in archery. So we've got a very diverse group on that page, lots of different bows, lots of different skill sets. We do stick to conversations about traditional archery, but we have compound archers there that are willing to help with a plethora of questions or issues or problems, or just, share funny memes. I mean, it's wonderful. It's a great little group.
I love it. So that's Women of Traditional Archery on Facebook.
Yep. We're there to help.
That's awesome. So as we close this up a little bit, this interview, what's one piece of advice you want to give me to get better at archery?
Well, I would give you the same piece of advice that I believed helped me. So when you're beginning, you get lots of information from lots of different sources, and that's wonderful. Take all of that in. Absolutely. Put it in your little brain bank and save it away for later. Then do what works for you, because you may not be able to apply something the way someone else is telling you, even though it may be the same thing. It just may be a difference in words. And that's what I often find. I have several mentors myself, and sometimes they are all saying the same thing, but one of them says it in a way that is specifically easier for me to interpret on my body. So take all of that advice in, and then do what works for you, and seek out people that know what they're doing. When I started my traditional archery journey, I stalked personally Jeff Kavanaugh, Encarna, Fawn Gerard. I went straight to the top. I went to the books. I looked at who was winning, and I talked to those people. And they're all lovely. They're all accessible, and they've all been a great help on my journey. So there you go. Listen, do what works, find help from good people.
Yeah. And great advice. One of the things that is important for us all to remember is that you don't have to be a winner to do traditional archery. You don't have to compete. You just got to have a backpack with a baby in it, and you're good to go. And that's
sure. Yeah.
What size baby and backpack would you recommend for a beginner? Just kidding.
I'd recommend starting with a smallish baby. Of course, you have to wait until they're a certain age to actually put them in the backpack facing out. So abide by those safety guidelines, and then just strap them on your back and go for it. Yeah, there you go.
Terrific advice. Thanks very much for joining us here on the show. I really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out Kris, Archeressmakoa on Instagram, the Longbow Show and Shop on Instagram, Facebook, Longbow Shop on Facebook. and Women of Traditional Archery on Facebook. And on YouTube, it's the Longbow Shop and Show.
The Longbow Show and Shop. And then on TikTok, I'm also at Archeressmakoa. So that's super fun. I get to put theme music behind shooting, which entirely changes the entire atmosphere of stringing a recurve bow.
Thanks very much again for joining us. There you have it. We're going to finish up with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this too. We continue to have great people on like Kris every week. And we have some good ones coming up. We got some good ones scheduled. I'm not going to tell you what or who. I'll tell Kris after we hang up here. But thank you very much. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll talk to you next week.